All right. So this is Jameson Black Barrel, the review. This is 40%. The only difference between this and regular Jameson, as far as I can tell, is the barrels are double charred. So same ABV, everything else apparently is the same.
Be nice to have the original one just to compare it to.
Would be. I had some recently, so I can kind of hold it in my mind. Smells mostly sweet.
Yeah.
That caramel.
Yeah. Yeah, caramel, and then I get like a little green note, like a fresh twigs, right? Kind of fresh twigs and caramel.
Hmm. Werther's is a good one, I think.
Not getting too much else.
Yeah, I don't think that they make this for complexity.
No.
Cheers, boys.
Cheers.
Cheers.
You get like a bitter oakiness at the end there.
That's crazy smooth. Yeah, a little bitter oakiness, a little kind of same thing, like a little sweet. I don't know if it's honey or caramel, and then that little green kind of green wood note.
I get like a bit of like if you were to have that mint chocolate.
What chocolate?
Um
Mint chocolate?
mint mint
Mint.
chocolate.
After
Okay.
eights,
Like
after
an,
eights.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I get that. Like I don't care for it, but the actual thing in general. But that's what I kind of get is like a minty chocolatey, kind of like a festive for this time of year.
Oh yeah, I could see. I get that now, kind of on the later finish. It's actually got a surprisingly long finish.
Mhm. There's on the front end, I kind of get a like a charring, like a charred wood.
Maybe that's that double charred
Double
barrel.
char. Yeah.
Because like normal Jameson, you don't taste that for sure.
It definitely you could like be fooled that it's like it doesn't have that standard Jameson Irish whiskey kind of signature taste to it.
Yeah, it's a little different. Like I had it recently. This has a little more oomph to it. There's not as many off notes, right? Like Jameson is drinkable straight up, but it's got a couple little off notes, right? That are like, yeah, I'm drinking cheap stuff.
Yeah.
This doesn't really have that. And this is almost double the price as regular Jameson too, right? This is $55 a bottle. I think regular is like 30.
Like I think you could almost get fooled into thinking it's something different than Irish whiskey.
What would
Yeah,
you
I wouldn't have picked this out as Irish right away.
Yeah, what would you have picked, Sean?
I don't know. Maybe probably like Canadian actually.
Like a rye?
Almost. I wouldn't say it's a rye, but it kind of it's kind of like Crown to me, actually. Just more oaky,
that's a
charred.
good comparison. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Crown's got that sharper taste that like you know that taste I'm talking about, right? That Crown Royal taste, the
Mm.
sharpness. And this
I,
has a few more things going on.
I could screw this up for Crown.
Yeah.
But it's nice. You guys get anything else?
No, I'm good to review. Um, this was Scott's pick. Kind of Poopy's not here, but who wants to start?
I'll go. I'll go first. I'm gonna put this down as a. I'm gonna go 87. I like it. It's it kind of comes together well. The long finish is nice. It's fairly smooth drinking. Definitely quite a bit different than your typical your standard Jameson. And yeah, like again, I wouldn't it wouldn't strike it me right away as being an Irish whiskey, so it's kind of interesting to me as well. It kind of comes
Mhm.
across a little bit differently. But yeah, it's got the charriness and that sort of oak finish for me is nice and it's smooth. So I go 87.
I don't have anything bad to say about this, mainly because my expectations were so low. I think 87 is a little steep. I'm more like 70. But I was expecting to trash this. So 70, I mean, it's perfectly drinkable. I would not be looking for a bottle, but hey, at a bar that doesn't have a ton of selection and they've got this sitting around, I would have no issues having a drink of this at the bar. Um, yeah, it drinks very well. It's not boring, simple, but yeah, it's decent, and I think it's well done from Jameson.
Yeah, Simon, that was gonna be my number as well, 70. Uh, Nothing bad to say about it. It's just I didn't have high expectations either, and I'm surprised. Nice.
And Kyle's gone. Yeah,
He's evaporated.
yeah, you went to go get one of the barrels in the back. All right, we'll cut the recording off there then. Or we can wait, we can all right, you go, Kyle.
Um, I wasn't expecting much going into this. Just because Jameson, not to bash it or anything, but I think it's just kind of run of the mill Irish whiskey. Um, it's enjoyable. I mean, I think this is something you could probably have if you're, you know, I cut the end of it there with what Trevor was doing on the weekend. A bit of a bender. You could probably have many of these and just, it's not high ABV. It's very easy drinking. Maybe you won't feel too rough the next day. But as for taste, it's kind of blah. There's not a lot really going on. It's pretty um, thin for my liking. So it's tough to say because I can't always. I'm always with bourbons and scotches and Irish whiskeys. I feel like a different bit of a rating system just because you can't expect an Irish whiskey to be. Well, maybe you can, but I don't think you can expect an Irish whiskey to be like in the 90s or well, I'm sure there is, but in the high 90s usually it's the scotches. So I feel like there's like a bit of a different ranking system for me anyway for just doing Irish whiskeys. But I would put this maybe at like 70. I think yeah, 70 is probably. I was kind of hesitant on like 68, 70, but the fact that it's pretty easy drinking and you can probably have a lot of them. Like there's nothing I don't like about it. It's just I think it's very you know
Yeah.
blah.
You
That's
you
how
missed our reviews, but yeah, Sean and I both had 70 on it too. And then Trevor, what's the opposite of sandbag? He glorified it.
Well, I'm kind of
95.
like no, I had 87, but like
Oh wow.
as I'm like continuing to drink and like thinking more about it, it's like I like it. I like it, but I don't think it like I now I've spent time with it, I don't think it deserves that high of a rating.
All right.
Like
Well, on
I
this spreadsheet, you can make some edits, but we'll cut the recording off.
yeah.
Don't let our reviews
No, I'm
affect
not.